Hello,
Hello,
teacher.
teacher.
Hi, Sally. Good morning.
Good morning,
Morning.
teacher.
Yeah, so how's everything going with you?
It's okay, like a normal day.
Oh, well, that's great. Do you have any plans for today?
Today I just stay at home and do my homework for tomorrow because tomorrow is Monday and I will go to school.
That's great. Okay, so what did you have for breakfast today, Sally?
I ate rice with meat.
Perfect. Okay. So, anyway, if you could remember yesterday, what did we do?
Yesterday we studied about the man dances at his own funeral.
Great. Okay, can you still remember about that story?
I remember that one day the police saw a dead body on the beach and they uh, they can found they could find the ID card inside the dead body and they called relative friends. The man name was Ams and their relative were very sad. They're very shocked. They sat in the funeral tent, but later on, of a sudden, Amt arrived, and everyone was they cannot believe in their eyes. Then Amt explained to them that he's still alive and the dead body was not him.
That is right. So great because um, I mean, the story that we had yesterday is very clear up until now in your mind. Because for today, we're going to continue with that story. Okay, so we are now in exercise 6. I'm going to ask you some questions about the story. Then you're going to answer each of the questions. So, first question. Why do Am's friends and family feel blue at the beginning of the story?
Ham's friends and family felt blue at the beginning of the story because they thought that Am was died.
That's right, because Am died. Okay, why are
Yes.
they dumbfounded?
They dumbfounded because Amt is already died, but he arrived at the funeral.
That's right. Okay, and why did the police think the dead man was Am?
Um, I think because of the ID card.
Great. Okay, now what does the funeral turn into?
The funeral turned into a party.
That is right. So it was a very happy celebration. Okay, then how does everyone feel at the end of the story?
Everyone feel happy because I'm still alive.
Nice. Okay,
They're
now
in
what about?
top of the
Mhm.
world. They're in top of
Yes,
the world.
that is right. Okay, now what about you, Sally? Has anyone ever ripped you off?
No, never. I never experienced that.
You are lucky because you've never experienced that one. Or do you know anyone who has been ripped off by someone?
Yes, some of my classmates, they already experienced that.
Okay, so what did that someone take from them?
They take jewelry from them.
Oh, jewelry. So those are real treasures. That is
Yes,
why
very
we should be,
expensive.
that's right. That is why we should be very careful to whom we are talking, especially if a stranger would ask question from us. Yeah, if there's a stranger, do not entertain them because who knows that their intention to you is actually bad or they're planning something bad against you. So it would be better if we won't entertain or accommodate any stranger unless if their intention is genuine because you would know in your part whether they would ask question genuinely or maybe they're just trying to trick you. So we have to be careful this time. Okay, so Sally, tell about a time when you felt blue and how did you get over it?
I felt blue when I got a bad grade at school.
Okay, then how did you get over in that situation?
Try to review for the exam carefully the next time, and I tried hard. I studied harder.
Yes, very good. I could actually relate to your experience because as a student, it's not normal, but most of the students experience failure just like you failed your exam. Me, I failed my exam when I was in college, like I think twice. Yeah, I felt like that was the end of the world for me, but it wasn't. So I got over it by reminding myself that failure is just part of learning and studying hard and I have to study harder for the next one and do better on the next one. That's why when we face failure in our life, that's not end of the world. We should be grateful because we learned something from that failure. And they said that failure is just a part of the success. Not everyone who is successful now who never experienced failure before they reach success in their life. So yeah, failure is just part of our journey. Okay, now it's your turn again, Sally. Tell about a time that you were dumbfounded and what happened in that situation.
I don't remember.
Okay, or tell me about the time that you were shocked.
I'm not actually shocked. I think just surprised because
Mm.
last year my family celebrate my birthday surprisingly. Like I didn't know their plans before.
All right. So yes, that could also be a situation where you were dumbfounded. Yes, because someone threw you a surprise birthday party, so you had no idea that they were planning something for you, and you couldn't believe that your friends, your family, your relatives showed up on your most special day. Okay, so how did you feel when that happened to you, Sally?
I feel very happy and very surprised because they didn't tell me anything about my birthday when I asked them will they celebrate my birthday, they said no, but on the exact day of my birthday they celebrate it.
Oh, well, that is great. By the way, when is your birthday?
My birthday is on the 16th of July.
July. All right. Well, it's great because you've experienced that someone surprised you on your birthday. And who planned it all, Sally?
My cousins and my parents.
Great. Are you the only daughter in your family, Sally?
Yes, I have a younger brother.
Ah, all right. If you don't mind me asking, what's the name of your younger brother?
His name is Kang. Vietnamese name is Kang, Khing, but we can call him Tony.
I think he was my former student before. I taught Tony last year before I quit teaching in that other company. Yeah.
Oh,
Are you the daughter of Miss Lone too?
yes.
Ah, yes. So yeah, so Tony is your brother. Yeah. That's why when I first saw you last Friday, I was like, "Oh, she had a similarity with Tony." So I was like, "Oh, maybe this is also Miss Lone's daughter." Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you are now that how do I say this, that you are my student now. All right, so where were we? Okay, so since the story is about funeral, so what are funerals like in your country, Sally?
Funerals in my country is just like another country. Um, yes, just like another country. Celebrate the death of someone.
Yes. Okay, so here actually not all countries celebrate funerals um in the same way. Okay. Here in our country, because I live here in the Philippines, when someone is dead, we would held a funeral for, let's say, 1 week before we bury that dead person. Yes. And every day we have this thing called vigil where we would pray, we would mourn every night or yeah, every night and watch over that dead person's body inside the casket. Yes. And after that week, we would bury him and we would throw him a mass inside the church. Yes. In America, I'm not sure if all Americans do this, but I learned it from my boyfriend that um, when someone's dead, they would hold a funeral for only a day, and after the funeral, they would bury that person. And I was like, oh wow, it's actually different from our country. And that's when I knew that not all countries would have the same way of having a funeral. Yes, what about you? What about in your country? Is it the same thing with the Philippines or how Americans do it?
In Vietnam, we hold the funeral for just 4 or 5 days, and
Mm,
because most of the Philippines are Christians, so
yeah.
but in Vietnam, not everyone is Christian.
Mm, I see. Um, well, that's great because we still have something in common where we would hold a funeral for 4 or 5 days, or let's say 1 week. Yes, and yes, that's true that most of the Filipinos are, let's say, Catholic Christians, and they believe in religion. Unlike in Vietnam, not everyone believe in religion. Yeah, same thing with Americans too. Not everyone there believe in religion. Okay. B- Um, but we know that when we say funerals, these is usually solemn gatherings where our family, friends would come together to pay our respects for the dead person. Yes, I'm here too in my country. Like people usually wear white, and for those immediate family, they would wear black. Yes. What
Oh,
about there in your country? Is there a
in
specific
Vietnam, we
color?
wear white clothes.
Oh, all right. And I remember too that when my grandma died, we have this specific pin that we put on our t-shirt to know that you are one of the our relatives or family of that dead person.
We
Do
don't
you
do
have
that
that
in
thing?
Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. Ah, all right. So yes, that's what traditions and culture are. So each of the country has its own tradition and culture um in celebrating one's event, or let's say having funerals. All right. Now, in here, Sally, in exercise 7, you're going to complete the sentences from letter A to C. So it should be something that is true about yourself.
Sometimes I feel blue when I miss my relative, like my grandparents.
All right. And what do you do when you miss them?
Maybe I just video call with them, or I will
Oh,
go to my hometown to visit them when I have free time. Because my
wow.
hometown is near to my flat, so I can go there on weekends if I
Oh,
like.
that's so yeah, that's so sweet of you, Sally. All right. What about letter B?
I'm on top of the world when I achieve something.
All right. So recently, what have you achieved so far?
I achieve an award in the English competition.
Wow, great. So what English competition was that specifically?
It's the IOE. The
What
name
does
of
that
it,
mean?
IOE is I don't know. It just
IOE? Mm-hmm.
yes, the competition on the internet, and I will bring the computer to my school to have it together with my friend, and the teachers at my school will film me while I'm doing the test, so that like the evidence of I doing it by myself without the help of anyone.
Oh, all right. Well, congratulations for winning in that competition, Sally. I just knew about it just today from you. And when I search it on the internet, it stands for Internet Olympians of English. Where, or let's say International English Olympiad. Yeah, so you were what how do I say this one? Like you were competing with different students from different country. Is that right?
No, just in my country, different school in my country.
Ah, all right. So it says here also that this is an online English competition for students in Vietnam, specifically targeting students from grades 3 to 12 who have internet access. Ah, all right. Well, thank you for letting me know about that English competition in your country, Sally. Well, still, congratulations because you won. Okay.
Thank
Now, what
you.
about in letter C, Sally?
Sometimes I go crazy when my friends or my parents give me a present or gift
All right. Why would you go crazy?
because I really love presents.
Ah, yes. Okay, so what was the most special present that you've received?
The most special present that I received from my parents was my computer. They bought it for me last year, and it helped me with my study. It's very convenient.
Yes. Is it really a computer or a laptop?
A computer. Oh,
Oh,
no, no, no.
wow. Yes, and I agree that laptop is more convenient than a computer. I used to have a computer when I teach online, but I changed it to the laptop because here in my province, you know that we usually experience sudden power interruption. So once it's blacked out, I couldn't teach my students anymore. Unlike with laptop, as long as my data is stable, then even without internet, without power, I could still continue with the lesson as long as it is fully charged and the data is stable. Yes, so that's right. Laptop is more convenient. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing. all your experiences here in exercise 7, Sally. Now, this time, I want you to write a dialogue using at least 3 idioms from this unit. Okay, then you can share you can write your dialogue in our chat box here in Zoom. Send it to me, then we're going to play it out later once you're done.
A dialogue?
Yes. What is a dialogue? So when we say a dialogue, this is like a conversation between two people. Yes.
Okay.
Say for out. Is it clear for you now?
Yes.
Okay, so here are the idioms that we just learned yesterday. So you can just use at least 3 of the idioms from
Three.
here.
Okay.
Okay, then let me know once you're done.
Okay. Teacher, just a short dialogue. Is it
Yes, of
right?
course. Yes.
Teacher, I'm done.
All right. So great because it is a short dialogue and you've finished before our time. Now, are you ready to practice these dialogues, Sally?
Yes.
Okay. So now this time, let me see your dialogue first. Okay. So I will be this person asking, Hi, Julie. How are you today? All right. Okay. We will just
Okay.
read your dialogue now. Me first. Hi, Julie. How are you today?
I feel blue today.
What has happened to you?
Someone ripped my computer off when I was at the coffee shop yesterday.
Oh no.
The computer is very expensive and I have to save money for a year to buy it.
I hope you can find it back and get over it. All right. So thank you so much for um creating this short but um wonderful dialogue using three idioms um from what we learned in this unit. Okay, so this is actually a great dialogue, Sally. However, I want to help you on how to create a this is already a dialogue, but I'm going to send something to you. Okay, then I will explain why I did it like this. Hold on, I'll just edit it. Julie, then this one. All right. Oh no, there's no space. But you can understand it, right?
Yes.
Oh, let me let me copy, then paste it here on our screen. Can you see it here on our screen?
Yes.
All right. So as you can see, I created a name. Okay, because a dialogue would look like this. Okay, what you did is already a dialogue, but it lacks little details. Okay, so a dialogue should have two names. Say, for example, that this is Sam and Julie talking to each other. So Sam is saying, "Hi, Julie. How are you today?" Then Julie would reply, "I feel blue today. Don't forget to write period." Then you said, "What is happened to you?" Okay, you can actually use like happened, which is the past tense. What happened to you? Then this is correct. Then with oh no, we should put this mark. Do you know what this mark means, Sally?
Yes.
All
Like
right,
to point the emotional sentence.
that is right. So in English, we call this one exclamation mark. Oh no. All right, then here, this is also right. The computer is very expensive. I have to save money. Very good on that one. And lastly, don't forget a period. Why is it that punctuations are very important in writing in English. It is this is because we will know when to end the sentence. And take note that without a period, this one is not a sentence. So a sentence should always end in a period or any other punctuation. All right, Sally?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so far so good. Do you have any question about making a dialogue?
No.
No, all right. So now, we've finished exercise 6 to 8. Okay, now let's have some preview about what a dictation is. Do you know what a dictation is, Sally?
No.
Okay, so when we say dictation, this actually refers when a teacher is speaking or reading aloud for someone else. Okay, then if you are that someone else, you will be the one to write down what I said. Yes, say for example, okay, now let me start my dictation. So the conversation would go like this. Hi, Julie. How are you today? Then you will write, oh, Sam said, hi, Julie. How are you today? So it's like you are putting in record what I've said. So that is a dictation. Okay. So for in
Okay.
this exercise, you are going next week, you are going to listen to the audio and take a dictation. Let's see how fast you can catch up with the audio and how fast you can write. Okay, so anyway, it's already time. So I will not hold you for so long anymore, Sally. So far so good. You are a great student. Um, do you have any clarification about for today's lesson?
No.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining our class today, Sally. I hope you learned something from today's session. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to turn on my camera. Next time, you can actually tell me, oh, teacher, I cannot see you. Yes. Okay, so that's it. Have a great weekend and see you next week. Bye, Sally.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye.